Hello everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. So in today's video, I will be talking about the Scorpio New Moon that's occurring on the 4th of November at about 12 degrees. It's roughly about 12 degrees 40 minutes, 40. So New Moon is a time when Sun and Moon both are conjunct in the same sign. So in this case, it will be in the sign of the intense Scorpio. Now, if you have personal planets in a fixed sign, especially between like 5-degree fixed sign to about 20-degree fixed sign, then you will feel the effect of this new moon more personally, more significantly in your lives. So if you got any planets or angles in fixed signs, that is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius, you will feel the effect of this new moon a little bit more personally. Now, a new moon is the time when the sun, which is your purpose and identity, and the moon, which is your emotion, merges, so comes together. Now, whenever a new moon occurs, it is kind of a beginning, a new beginning. So it's a great time to really set intentions of things you want to do in the areas of life where Scorpio sits in your chart. So if whichever house a Scorpio occupies, you can bring about some kind of new beginning in that area. So a new moon is a great time to set the intention, planting new seeds of whatever you want to do, any kind of projects you want to start, or any kind of relationship you want to begin, or any kind of health or fitness regime or work, job, any area of life that you want to have fresh beginning in your life. It's a great time to start, especially in this case, which is a Scorpio full moon. So wherever Scorpio sits in your chart, so that area of life gets a kind of a opportunity for a fresh beginning. Now, new moon offers this opportunity for a restart, to set the intention and get the ball rolling and see it evolve in due course. This is a great time to set the intention and you will see it grow and evolve. Now, Scorpio is a very emotional sign. It's a very intense sign, and it especially deals with very deep-rooted emotions. So around this new moon, you will feel the need for a deep emotional relationship. Any kind of superficial relationship does not satisfy. It's not helps you grow around this time. So if you got a strong Scorpio in your chart, you will generally feel in life the need for deeper, more meaningful relationship, and not just superficial, a surface relationship that is doesn't have the depth of emotions. So you're definitely looking for commitment in relationship, trust and all that. So emotions can run deep when Scorpio is involved. Now, the flip side of Moon in Scorpio is also dealing with extreme emotions, also feeling of betrayal and being judged, and even feeling of abandonment. If that deep need for emotional comfort, the deep need for connecting emotionally is not met, you may feel a sense of that the world is against you, when it may not be the case. Now, the main aspect this new moon in Scorpio is forming is an opposition with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is another fixed sign. Now, this opposition is a seesaw of emotion and can bring a lot of surprises, even disruptions in life during this time. Now, Uranus is this disruptive, sudden, electrifying kind of energy. The positive side of it is it's very progressive and can bring about change that can progress humanity and the society. But the flip side is it can be disruptive and can be full of turmoil as well. So with the moon, which is your emotions, the opposition is a hard aspect, and it causes a push and pull of your emotion, and the relationship that you're in and your domestic environment can be a bit of full of turmoil, disruption and dissatisfaction for you. So balancing the energies of Scorpio and Taurus during this time is definitely required, so that you're not letting the Uranus in opposition with the moon affect you emotionally a bit too much. So you're able to keep your head down and just let this time pass and not get involved too much in conflict and be more rebellious and all that, and just keep the calm and let this time roll out. Because this moon opposition Uranus can definitely bring out this disruption and really upheaval in domestic life and your emotional stability as well. So just be aware that this opposition is definitely occurring. Now, the other hard aspect this new moon is forming is with Saturn. So it's in a square aspect to Saturn. Now, when a moon is in a square aspect with Saturn, what happens is the expression of feelings, the emotional expression can be limited. So whatever your emotions are, the Saturn can have a limiting effect on it in terms of expressing your emotions. Now, what you need around this time is a stable home, a stable environment where if it's family member who can really bring a sense of stability and peace, and emotional, mental peace within you, and that's what you're looking for, so that this new moon squaring Saturn in Aquarius does not cause too much of upheaval in your emotional environment. So be wary of this Scorpio new moon time, because you may feel that you have been wronged because of all these hard aspects with Uranus and Saturn, and that may make you want to take action and cause conflict, and all this can really spiral into chaos and something where you don't want to be. So just keep your head down, let the time pass, and think more logically, and just stay focused. Don't be too much led by emotional outburst. Just be conscious of your emotional self, and just find an environment where you feel more relaxed, and with family members and people that you can relax with, and people who understand you, are like-minded, so they might help you in really calming yourself down. So you can use this new moon Scorpio energy to really plant seeds for new things to begin, to have fresh starts, rather than getting caught in the emotional upheaval and turmoil, and take actions that may cause disruption and chaos in your life. So be wary of this Scorpio new moon and stay focused. That will help you to navigate these murky fixed water of Scorpio. Now I will discuss each zodiac sign and how this new moon in Scorpio will affect each of the 12 signs. Aries. For you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 8th house. Now, 8th house is the house of joint finances. It's a house of mutual benefit, things you do together, the resources that you bring in together for the purpose of mutual benefit. Now, new moon in your 8th house is an opportunity to set intention or have new beginnings or fresh start in matters related to your joint finances or union, the benefits that you get from a union or coming together. Now that can be spousal finance, or any financial benefit that you gain from a union, or it can be from a bank as well, from financial institution, or investment or loan, insurance, anything that is social money, anything that is not your personally earned income, something that you gain through other people. So that's what 8th house is. So this is a great time to really look into that, how you can gain through unions. Now during this new moon, Uranus is opposing the new moon, which is in your 2nd house in the sign of Taurus. Now 2nd house is the house of self-sufficiency. It's a house of personal income, what you earn through your own capabilities. So Uranus opposing the new moon can be a disruptive, game-changing, progressive aspect. So to channel the new moon opposing Uranus energy in a more constructive way, what you need to think about is how do you contribute in joint resources, the matters related to joint resources. How do you accumulate together? How do you accumulate in a union? And what is your contribution, personal contribution in that? So this will give you inclination to think outside the box, unconventional method, unorthodox method, progressive method to, really increase your investment or your money-making capabilities and joint finances. So the focus is a lot on the joint finances and joint resources. So it's basically how to accumulate wealth by joining forces. So coming together through bonds, union, intimate, the close ties that you have in life, spousal or partnership, business partnership, or anything that's related to financial institution as well. So you are definitely thinking about increasing your financial health, your financial situation through joint efforts. Now Mars is also in the sign of Scorpio during this new moon. It's not conjunct the new moon, it's not very close to it, but it's in the same sign. So it's again in your 8th house. So there is a lot of power plays, power dynamics definitely coming into play when your union, the joint mutual benefits is concerned. So you're definitely very much thinking about it in a more deeper level, and you're definitely very much driven to take action in these areas. Now, your Mercury is in the sign of Libra during this new moon, and it's in your 7th house of cooperation, of negotiation. So you will be eloquent. Your speech definitely will be very effective and efficient to facilitate these joint resources and joint benefits that you want to accumulate and you want to achieve. So you definitely will be very vocal about it and very effective in your communication to gain through union. So you will definitely be able to better your financial situation through these things. Now, be wary of the Uranus opposition and the square with Saturn in Aquarius in your 11th house that can cause some kind of emotional upheaval. You may think at times that you're not getting what you deserve or what you should receive, but be mindful that this is a great time to set intention of these, and you will see the results in due course. So don't expect a result straight away, but it will come in due course, Aries. Taurus, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 7th house, which is the opposite sign to you, Taurus. So there's an opportunity for fresh start and looking at things related to your partnership and relationship with a new perspective. And this new moon also gives you a chance to really see what is working for you in terms of the relationship you have, and whom do you want to mingle with and whom do you want to interact with or get into a partnership relationship with. Which one is growing you as a person and which one is really elevating you and in your personal growth and just overall life growth. So which relationship is really helping you, and this is a chance to invest in those relationships. Now, Uranus is in the opposite sign to Scorpio, which is your sign, Taurus. So it is in your 1st house. The 1st house is a house of personal identity. It's the house of you, the self, and also your personal priorities. So the best way to navigate this new moon opposing Uranus in your 1st house, which is the 1st and 7th house axis, is to balance relationship out, your relationship with yourself and with others, and to think out of the box and find unconventional solution to any problems or any issues, conflict that might arise during this time. Now, Taurus, your ruler is Venus, and Venus is nearing towards the end of Sagittarius during this new moon. So it's your 8th house. Sagittarius is your 8th house. So that is about intimate relationship, deep intimate relationship. So you must have developed these trust and bonding with the relationship that you have in your life, or the ones that you want to go ahead with, and you're feeling more committed and trustworthy in these relationships and the people who are in your life during this time. You're feeling a bit more commitment from them and a bit more trust and sense of like longevity during this time, and devotion as well, loyalty and all that. So this new one definitely will help you grow these relationships and really find a balance between how you want to take it forward and how you want to solidify these relationships and be more committed. And this can be spousal relationship or business, any kind of relationship. So definitely it's going to help you grow as a person and grow your relationship as well, Taurus. Now, Mercury is in the sign of Libra in your 6th house during this time. So that 6th house is about your daily routine and what you do on a daily basis, your health and work life. And Mars is in the sign of Libra in your 7th house. So you are definitely very much enthusiastic about relationship and whatever is happening in your life in terms of partnership. So it's a great time to really appreciate what you have in your life during this time, especially your schedules and how things are basically running during this time. So this new moon is definitely great time to manifest new relationship in your life, and it will help you, and you will be definitely very enthusiastic as well about doing it because there's Mars in your 7th house. So you will definitely be very much eager to bring relationship in your life and partnership in your life that really works for you on a daily basis as well, and just on intimate level as well. So it's a great time for relationship building and really moving forward with more trust, commitment, and sense of longevity, Taurus. Geminis, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the house of work and health. It's a house of your daily routine, the daily schedules, your job, your work environment. So all the duties and services that you do on a daily basis is included in your sixth house matter. Now, a new moon occurring in sixth house is definitely an opportunity for fresh start in these areas, and also to set intention for something that you want to evolve in due course of time. So definitely look at your sixth house and look at your work and your health, what condition they are in. Are they need for a fresh start? If yes, then this is a great time to, bring in that energy. Now, work is something, maybe a job. If you want to apply for a new job, it's a great time to initiate it around this new moon. Or if you want to look for different hours of work, if you want to reduce the hours or increase your hours of work, again, it's a great time for that. Now, related to your health and your in just overall well-being, it's also a good time to initiate something new. So a new diet or health regime or exercise plan, anything workout related that really uplifts your health, is great time to do that. Now, Uranus is in the opposite sign to this new moon in Scorpio in your sixth house. So that is in the sign of Taurus in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of subconscious, is the house of self-undoing, self-sabotaging, where it may lead to confusion and delusion. So a Uranus in your 12th house opposing new moon in your 6th house can bring about unforeseen circumstances, things that you were not prepared for, and like throw a spanner in the wheel of your 6th house matter, so your health and work matter. So maybe things that you were not prepared for or you did not foresee, and something that is erratic and disruptive can occur in your life during this time. So just keep a balanced approach and be prepared, or at least look at your 6th house matter, your routine and your work, and see where you can improve, where a change can help, and where you can have fresh start. So if anything is not working out during this time, do use this energy to introduce something new to really have your life moving smoothly, Geminis. Now, your work environment, your colleagues, and your just what you do on a daily basis, your schedules, appointments, routine can also get disrupted because of this opposing energy. So be ready, have awareness, and if you plan it consciously, if you're aware, then it's easier to navigate these matters. Now, Gemini, your ruling planet is Mercury, and Mercury is in the sign of Libra in your 5th house. Now, 5th house is about fun and games. It's about romance, creation, procreation. It's just a house of having fun. So it's definitely time to bring out your inner child and really relax and have fun and do things that bring you gratification and really brings you joy in life. So great time to do that. Now, Venus is almost towards the end of Sagittarius during this new moon, and Sagittarius is your opposite sign, Gemini. So your 7th house was definitely highlighted before this new moon. So you were definitely very much towards partnership, relationship. You're very much drawn towards these experiences. So with your 5th house love and romance energy and your 7th house partnership, you could be looking at spending time in recreational and fun-filled activities with your partner, or just with your close ties as well. So definitely a great time to do that. So with new moon in your 6th house, along with Mars in the sign of Scorpio in your 6th house, is definitely making you driven and more supercharged to take action regarding your health and work matter, and definitely at least you have the inclination to have fresh start. Now, you may not see results straight away, but at least you're setting the intention and taking action on it, and you will see it develop and evolve in due course. So if you are applying for a job around this time, it's a great time. In due course, you might see a new job or a new work situation arrive in your life, and same thing with the health. So you can introduce something new which really helps you better your health and your just daily routine, your habits that affects your well-being. So definitely initiate these energies during this new moon, Geminis. Cancer, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 5th house. Now, 5th house is the house of self-expression. It's a house of creativity. It's a house of romance. It's a house of doing things that brings you joy, doing recreational thing, childlike thing that really brings you gratification. It's also the house of hobbies and talents, or any interest that you have, especially the ones that really bring joy to you. So Cancer, new moon in your 5th house is definitely bringing a lot of focus in these matters. Now, new moon means you can have fresh start in these areas, or set intention and let that evolve in due course of time. So it's a great time to really engage in these matters, your whatever your personal interest is, or even romance. So spend time with your loved ones, and especially any special one that you have in your life. Go out, maybe a cinema date or dinner out. All these is definitely gonna make you really happy and really bring the joy and really gonna relax you, most definitely, Cancer. Now Uranus is opposing this new moon in your 11th house. Now 11th house is a house of social circle. It's a house of peers and work colleagues, and just the gains that you get from your career. So your pursuit of happiness in terms of doing your hobbies and the interest that you have, or the romance, can get disrupted due to commitments that may be work related, and that things that can be social circle related. So your friend circle or just the outside world may require your attention, and you may not have enough time to give to your personal interest and your romantic life. So any personal interest can get disrupted due to other commitments, especially the ones that is more outwardly focused and more about social circle and more a work related, group projects related, where a teamwork is required. So you can get disrupted, but nevertheless just come back to your personal interests and things that make you happy and indulge in that, Cancer. Now Mars is also in the sign of Scorpio during this time. So again, it's in your 5th house. So you're definitely very much driven and enthusiastic about pursuing things that is close to your heart, things that bring joy to your heart. So you're definitely very much going to be doing that anyways. Now Uranus may disrupt, but you still very much driven to pursue your personal interest, most definitely, Cancer. Now Mercury is in the sign of Libra and in your 4th house during this time. So you are definitely trying to bring about a domestic peace and domestic happiness by organizing and just thinking about your home environment as well. So you could be decorating or changing the decor or moving the furniture around. So you're definitely making a lot of plans around your family matters as well, around your home matters, around things related to your home and family and your roots. So you definitely very much want a stable foundation. So you're definitely working on these matters as well around this time. So there's a focus around your home, around your talents and hobbies, your things that bring you joy. And Venus is in your 6th on the sign of Sagittarius, in your 6th house of daily routines. So you're definitely driven by what brings you joy in your work environment. So this Scorpio new moon is a great time for you, Cancer, to do things that you love. So with Mercury in the 4th house and the new moon in the 5th house, and with Venus in your 6th house in sign of Sagittarius during this new moon, there's a lot of focus on your own emotional stability, what brings you mental peace, your sense of enjoyment, what you want to do that brings you gratification, and also in your daily routine, in your work environment. You're very much inclined to do things that brings you joy and brings you pleasure. So it's a great time to have fun. And Scorpio is a water sign, same like you, Cancer. So there's definitely a trining, helping and collaborating and very supportive energy with this new moon. So it's really a good time to do things that brings you joy, Cancer. Leo, for you the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 4th house. Now 4th house is the house of your home environment, your family members, your own emotional comfort level, your stability, your ability to nourish and nurture yourself. So that's what Scorpio, your 4th house, is all about, Leo. So a new moon occurring in your 4th house definitely giving you this inclination to really connect with your inner world, your home life, your domestic environment, your family members, your ancestors, your roots, your foundation, basically. So anything that grounds you, gives you a foundation, nurtures you, nourishes you, is where your focus will be during this new moon. And you can expect some kind of new fresh beginning, or you can introduce some kind of fresh new beginnings, initiate something new. Now new moon here can also means physical house as well in terms of real estate. So if you're wanting to move away from where you currently live, or you are looking for to buying a new house or something, it's a great time to at least get the ball rolling, and as time goes by you will see things evolve. So now Mars is also in your fourth house in the sign of Scorpio during this new moon. So there is definitely a lot of enthusiasm and drive on your side to, you know, make these initiatives regarding your home environment and your own emotional stability. So you're definitely very much eager to do this. Now this new moon is being opposed by Uranus, which is in the sign of Taurus in your 10th house. Now Leos, this new moon in Scorpio in your 4th house is being opposed by Uranus in the sign of Taurus in your 10th house. Now since the time Uranus moved in your 10th house, in the house of your career, your public image, your vocation, your life path, what you want to do in the life, what you want to achieve in life, is definitely getting shaken up. So Taurus is about self-reliance. So you're definitely very much eager to go your own way, Leos. Something that resonates with you, something that gives you a sense of freedom, and something that you want to do, something you love, most definitely. Now with Uranus in the 10th house of career and with the new moon in the 4th house of family members, you may be appearing a bit unconventional, out of the box, a bit more unorthodox, and somebody who is taking a chance and is progressive to your family members. And you're definitely very, very much heading on your own life path, what you want to do, or your own trajectory in life, wherever you want to take your career. So this can possibly disrupt and or cause some kind of turmoil in terms of your career and your home environment. This can cause a bit of dissatisfaction among family members, or it can cause you dissatisfaction that you're not able to give enough time in your home environment because you're so focused on your career. So this is a great time to reintroduce things that make you happy in terms of your home life and family life, and give extra time to your family members, refocus your energy, and really be there for your home and your people who are around you. Now Mercury is in the sign of Libra, which is your 3rd house, Leo. So 3rd house is about your neighborhood. It's about people who are close to you, your network as well, and it's about communication. So you're definitely very much wanting to bond and connect with people who are in close ties with you. So you're definitely in contact with and want to connect and bond with people who form your inner circle. So Leos around this Scorpio new moon, definitely focus a lot more on your roots, on your home, on your foundation with your family members, and do things that nourishes and nurtures you. And don't let your career aspiration hinder your family life, especially if you are just one track minded in terms of a career. You're too focused on just career, because Uranus is definitely digging up, rebooting your career. So you may be very much inclined to change direction, and you must be working towards it. But don't lose sight of your home, because that's where you will find your mental peace and people you can spend time with that is going to really ground you and really build that foundation for the career that you are trying to achieve. So you definitely need time to nourish and nurture yourself and your family members, Leos. Virgos, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 3rd house. Now, 3rd house is the house of communication. It's the house of your siblings, the community, your local environment. It's also the house of sharing ideas and expressing yourself. So a new moon occurring in your 3rd house is definitely an indication of fresh start in terms of your communication and how you express yourself, how you assert yourself. So a new moon in your 3rd house is definitely a time to have fresh start in terms of your communication, how you assert yourself verbally, how you communicate, how you share ideas, how you connect with like-minded people in your community, with your siblings. So all these matters are definitely getting highlighted during this new moon, and there's an opportunity to set new intentions around your communications, Virgo. Now Uranus is in the opposite sign to this Scorpio new moon, which is the sign of Taurus, and it's in your 9th house. Now 9th house is about the larger picture. It's about exploring beyond your limits. So keeping an open mind is definitely very much required during this new moon. And so it's a great time to really manifest new goals in terms of new territories, new opportunities as well. So it's definitely a great time to manifest new opportunities, new territories through your communications. So you may be looking at other people's perspective, different perspective during this time, and it may have a really radical effect on you, and you may see how to communicate more effectively by, seeing other examples or people you have not interacted with before. So they may awaken you almost to communicate in a different way, and you may be very much inspired to see other perspective around this time, because Uranus in ninth house is definitely opening up your mind and really allowing you to explore and really creating experiences which you have not, things you have not experienced before, the unknown, the great wide unknown. So it's a great time to really take these opportunities. But due to new moon in your third house, the focus is a lot on community and your neighborhood and your close ties during this time, your close network. So you're communicating and developing your skills of sharing ideas, expressing yourself around this time, and it's a great time to really start and manifest these energies, and you will see these things evolve in due course, and you see your effective communication. People will be inspired and really affected by your improved communication skills, Virgos. Now Mars is also in the sign of Scorpio during this new moon and in your third house, so you're definitely very much enthusiastic and driven to make these changes and bring about these fresh start in terms of your communication, how you connect and bond with people around you. So you're definitely very much interested, and there's definitely a great energy around this Scorpio new moon for you, Virgos, because Scorpio is a water sign and Virgo, you're an earth sign too, so it does go well together. It's a very collaborative and very helping energy. So this new moon is definitely going to help you express yourself the way you want to express and be more effective and inspiring, Virgos. Now Mercury is your ruler, Virgos, and is in the sign of Libra during this new moon and in your second house, which is a house of sustenance, is the house of your personal capabilities, your money making capabilities. So your communication is so effective during this time, you may be able to increase your salary or your money making capabilities through communication. Maybe a job interview that you have given, and that has really helped you express yourself brilliantly, and that has helped you secure a job that pays you more. So there can be a money angle as well to this improved communication. So definitely seek some kind of improved style of how you're talking and interacting with people and bonding with people. So Virgos, use this Scorpio new moon energy to go within yourself and dig deeper and really bring out the skills and capabilities that you have, which you can use to connect and bond in terms of with other people around you, and really your communication is coming out, and this can really help you explore new territories as well, Virgos. And ultimately all this can evolve into salary situation, improved bonus or improved salary for you, Virgos. So do use this new moon energy to effectively communicate with others. Libra, for you the Scorpio new moon occurs in your second house. Now the second house is the house of your personal income, your own money making capabilities, your possessions, your assets, your resources, your sustenance, and your value system, your own personal value. So it's a great time to manifest and set intention in terms of what you want to achieve on a material level, your abundance, your resources, your financial situation, how you want to improve that. So this new moon in Scorpio in your second house is definitely making you want to achieve more or put effort in terms of your own money making capabilities. Now any effort that you put in during this time in terms of your own money making capabilities will be very rewarding in due course of time. So introduce things that is new, something that really helps you sustain yourself, something makes you self-reliant, and any kind of opportunity that might present to you during this time that can improve your financial situation. It's a good time to look at it and really introduce those opportunities in your life to improve your financial situation, Libra. Now Uranus is in the sign of Taurus in your eighth house, that is the opposite sign to Scorpio. So eighth house is about unions, it's about joint resources and money making capabilities with somebody else, especially intimate relationship in terms of your spouse or somebody, or a business partner, somebody you are connected with. So any mutual benefit that arises from these kind of unions. So Uranus in the eighth house, Libra, is already rebooting your energy in terms of collaboration and making money through collaboration. So this Uranus opposing the new moon can disrupt your own money making capabilities. So you may lose focus on what you want to achieve by yourself and may depend on collaboration and or even spousal income. So this Uranus in the 8th house can disrupt or make you lose your focus in terms of what you are trying to achieve by yourself, Libra. So it's very important to balance it out, what you're achieving by yourself and what you are gaining through mutual benefits and collaboration and through involvement of partners. So a fresh start for your financial abundance is definitely there, Libra, around the Scorpio new moon, but you might be depending a little bit more on your other partner's income during this time until you are more on a stable ground and solid ground your own by your own self. Now, Libra, it's also a time to look at your own sense of self-worth and if it's coming from your financial situation, especially the ones connected with other people. So if your financial well-being is dependent or connected to other people, it's time to rethink that dynamic and really put in the effort by yourself to be more self-reliant and create your own abundance, because this Scorpio new moon is definitely giving you this opportunity to introduce things in your life that can sustain you by yourself, Libra. Now, Libra's Mercury around this new moon is in your sign, so it's in your first house. So it's a great time to really have more clarity in terms of what you're trying to achieve for your own self, your personal identity, your personal priorities. So do look at those things. Also, what is your mindset, how you see things, how you look at life. So all these skills and capabilities that you have on your own accord, Libra, and your mindset and just your attitude and approach towards your own capabilities will change, because Mercury has been retrograde in your sign, Libra, for quite some time, but during this new moon it's definitely outside the retrograde phase and also outside the retro shade phase. So you definitely have much more clear understanding and you're thinking more clearly in terms of what you want to do. Now, Venus is your ruling planet and is in the 3rd house in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's towards the end of Sagittarius during this new moon. Now, Venus during this new moon is in the sign of Sagittarius and is towards the end of Sagittarius in your 3rd house. So this is definitely improving your communication skills as well, and you're definitely inclined to connect with people, close ties around you, and network more around this time. So Libra, around this Scorpio new moon, it's a great time to really look at what sustains you, what is your money making capabilities, your own financial abundance, your own value system, your own resource accumulating skills. So definitely pay a lot of attention to these matters and introduce something new, have a fresh beginning in these matters, and you will be definitely very driven and enthusiastic about it as well to do these things, because Mars is also in the sign of Scorpio in your 2nd house. So you're definitely very much enthusiastic and action oriented to introduce abundance in your life and improve your financial well-being, Libra. Scorpios, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 1st house. Now, the 1st house is the house of your identity, of yourself, of your personal destiny, your personal priorities. It's the house that sets the tone for the whole chart and your life. So a new moon occurring in your 1st house is an opportunity to bring new energy in your life during this time of refreshing, a refreshing start to basically, really energize yourself, rejuvenate yourself. So bring in new energy in your life, rejuvenate yourself to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So whatever goals and ambition you want to set for the next 1 year, Scorpios, new moon in Scorpio in your 1st house is a perfect time to set those intentions. Now, it will be Scorpio season, so it's your season, Scorpio. So it's also called the beginning of a new year for you. So a new cycle begins on the new moon for all Scorpios. So use this energy to really bring in a new energy within yourself and redefine what you want to achieve, rejuvenate yourself, project yourself differently, reinvent yourself, even if it takes a different look, a change in hairstyle, clothing, whatever that might be, even physical change, as well as your mental attitude, approach, all that change. This is a time to really see things differently with a new perspective, Scorpio. Now, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus during this time and is in the opposite sign to you in your 7th house. So the relationship dynamic comes into play. Now, relationship with other people, partnership with other people, or just one-to-one interaction can have a hindering or disruptive effect on what you're trying to achieve for yourself during this time. But then again, you need to refocus your energy, balance your time with yourself and time with other people, and then really focus and really focus on what you're trying to achieve for yourself for the next 1 year. This is a great time also to lay down, plan, have a journal or a planner and put it down. What are your goals for the next 1 year? And really lay it down, put it down, and really make a plan for how you're going to achieve it. So keep the tension on yourself, Scorpios, during this time, and really plan ahead for whatever you want to achieve until its next Scorpio season in the year 2022. Now, Scorpios, your traditional ruler is Mars, and Mars is in the sign of Scorpio during this time. So it's again in your first house. So Mars is also bringing this a drive, this new energy, this enthusiasm and really action-oriented energy in your first house. So along with this new moon, Scorpios, this Mars is also going to really uplift you and really make you want to take these steps to really renew yourself, to refresh yourself, and really lay down the path that you want to go on for the next 1 year. Now Scorpios, Mercury is in the sign of Libra during this time, and Libra is your 12th house. It's the sign behind yourself. So 12th house is the house of reflection, introspection. It's a house of subconscious. It's a house of contemplation. So you could be using this time to introspect and how you want to go ahead, how you want to plan ahead. When Mercury moves into the sign of Scorpio in your first house, then you will be able to communicate and be more effective and efficient and really project yourself differently, even in the way you communicate. And when you're ready to project yourself around this new moon and after that as well, it will come from a very deep awareness about yourself. What is it you are, what place you are in life during this time, and how you can take it forward from there. So use this amazing Scorpio energy, this new moon Scorpio energy. It's a very powerful, intense Scorpio energy. It has some disruptive aspect from Uranus and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, which is your 4th house. But if you channel all these energy constructively and really introspect and really plan ahead, then you're on a very good ground to achieve something really great in the next 1 year, Scorpio. Sagittarius, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of subconscious, it's the house of closure, past pattern, old habits. So this new moon in your 12th house is asking you to refocus your energy and have fresh starts in terms of getting rid of any old habits, old patterns, old relationship that is not serving you well anymore, any toxic relationship if you have. So get rid of all these old energies and refresh yourself, rejuvenate yourself, and you will be inclined to take a retreat and have quiet time to yourself to gain that energy back in yourself. Now, Uranus is opposite this new moon during this Scorpio new moon, and it's in the sign of Taurus in your 6th house. Now, 6th house is about daily duties, your daily routine, your work and health. Now, Uranus is a sudden, disruptive kind of energy. It's an erratic energy, and it can interrupt in the flow of things. So, essentially, you'll be thinking about retreat and having a quiet time away from people, isolation, to introspect, to think and contemplate what you want to do next. But something in your daily routine can bring you back to the grind, and you will have to balance your time to yourself and time doing the normal thing that you do on a daily basis, whether it's your work or health related matter, whatever that might be. You will be pulled out of that introspective and retreating phase and time, and you will have to come back to this, and so the balance is definitely required during this time. Now, Sagittarius, Mars is also in the same sign as the new moon, which is Scorpio. So again, Mars is in your 12th house. So Mars is also really driving you and activating your 12th house of isolation, introspection, contemplation. So you are definitely very much enthusiastic, driven about your own well-being, your own health, your own healing, and this you can achieve through time alone. Now, you do need to think about getting away from daily routine and all that, and really have time for yourself, so that you recharge your batteries and you're able to come out in the world again when it's Sagittarius season, and you're able to project yourself the way you want to project yourself during that time. Now, Mercury is in the sign of Libra during this time, and Libra is your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of social circle, networking, peers and, people, group projects and all that. So you might be connecting with your social group or your peers and team to create something, a group project that you're part of or teamwork that you're part of. But this new moon in your 12th house is going to pull you away from that time and will definitely make you focus more on your own healing and time alone during this time. So do pay attention to your own healing and do take this time off for your own self, Sagittarius. And even though the daily routine that you involve in, especially with work and health matters, you can only do so much, Sagittarius. So this healing process and away time will definitely help you overcome any kind of fear or anxiety that you might have during this time due to what you're doing on a daily basis and your daily life. So definitely use this time, Sagittarius, to rejuvenate, and you will definitely be inclined to do this as well during this time, Sagittarius. Capricorn, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is a house of social circle. It's a house of group projects, peers, teamwork, your hopes and wishes coming together in collaboration, or just be collective minded. So that's what 11th house energy is all about. Now, a new moon occurring in the 11th house is definitely a time to refocus your energy on these matters. So whatever your collective hopes and wishes is, if you're part of a team or a group project, it's time to really refresh your energies in these matters and refocus your energy to achieve common goals. So it's time really to see your group activity and your team and just the acquaintances and the peers in a new light, in a refreshing light, with a new perspective, so that you can decide what cause you want to be part of and what cause you don't want to be part of, or what team you want to be part of, or what kind of people you want to connect with. Now, if you do not want to connect with certain kind of people or group or activity or cause or organization, association, anything, then this is your opportunity for new beginning in areas that interest you, and go with like-minded people and connect with causes that really connects with you. So use a Scorpio new moon opportunity, Capricorn, to really connect with causes and group and association that you really resonate with. Now, during this new moon, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, which is opposite to this new moon in Scorpio. Now, Taurus is your 5th house, which is the house of creativity, house of your children. It's house of self-expression, your personal interests, any kind of passions or hobbies that you have. Now, Uranus is a disruptive, interrupting kind of energy. It's erratic energies. So if you're trying to focus on anything that is of personal interest to you, you may feel a bit overwhelmed because you're trying to balance it with group activities and the causes that you associate yourself with, and any kind of group project or organization that you're part of. Your energy might go over there more, and if you're trying to balance it with personal interest and your recreational time and time spending with close ties and your loved ones and your children, you might feel it's a bit too much. So balance yourself and be mindful of not losing yourself while cultivating your personal interest and group interest. So be aware of that. Now, Capricorn, Mars is also in the sign of Scorpio during this new moon and is in the 11th house of social circles. So you're definitely very much enthusiastic and driven to take these group projects forward, and you're definitely connecting and bonding with people in your social environment, which is definitely growing you and is involved in future projects and future opportunities, and which is also connected to your hopes and wishes in future. Now, Mercury is in the sign of Libra during this time in your 10th house, which is career related. So definitely climbing up the career ladder and your how you project yourself in the world, your public image, your reputation, your career vocation is definitely on your mind. So connecting with the group and organization causes is going to come together, and it will definitely help you advance your career. Now, just to remind you, the 11th house energy, the social network energy, can also be online and can also be on a virtual platform. So you could be connecting with people online as well, and that can also help you advance your career, which you are definitely thinking about during this Scorpio new moon. So Capricorn, overall, this Scorpio new moon is definitely the time to really socially engage, whether it's virtually or really a one-to-one and meeting and going to a convention or conference or whatever that might be, if that is possible during this time, or even online virtually. It's really great time to connect, and this will really help you build up your confidence and project yourself to the public for your career advancement. Most definitely, Capricorn. Aquarius, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 10th house. Now, 10th house is the house of your career, your aspiration, your place in the world, your public image, your vocation. So what you're trying to achieve, your goals and ambition. So a new moon occurring in the 10th house is a great opportunity for refreshing, fresh new beginnings in your career matters and how you want to project yourself in the world, your brand and image and all that. This is a great time to really renew it, refresh it, and see it with a new perspective. Introduce yourself in a different way, reinvent yourself as well. Now, Aquarius, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus during this time, and Taurus is your 4th house. The 4th house is your house of home life, your family members, your own emotional self. So you might feel that what you're trying to achieve in the world, your career aspiration, your public image, what you're trying to do, any goals and ambition that you're working upon during this time can get disrupted because of your commitments to family life and family members. So there could be a situation which you need to attend to in your family environment, in your home environment, and that can possibly disrupt your goals and whatever aspirations that you have, even for a short while, but it can affect. Now, Mars is in the sign of Scorpio as well in your 10th house. So Mars is already giving you a lot of enthusiasm and drive towards your career. You're trying to achieve something, and Aquarius, this Mars is giving you that drive to make it happen. So even if there is something holding you back or overwhelming you in terms of your family, home environment, or there's something that needs your attention, you still will be able to regroup yourself and refocus yourself in your 10th house matter, your career matter, your aspirations, and you will be very driven to do that as well during this time. Now, Mercury is in the sign of Libra during this time, Aquarius, and Libra is your 9th house. So, and 9th house is about new territories, exploring new horizons, expanding your mind, seeing the bigger picture, and new perspective, other people's perspective as well. So this is a great time to connect with people who have different perspective and different opinions, and also open yourself to new opportunities. And you must be thinking about this as well, how you can use any kind of new opportunity that is coming your way to achieve your aspiration, your career aspiration as well. So all these is definitely there. Now, Venus is in Sagittarius during the Scorpio new moon, and it's actually towards the end of the Sagittarius sign, so it's almost leaving Sagittarius around the Scorpio new moon. Now, 11th house is your social network, and Venus is bringing this affection, affinity towards your social group. So you are definitely very much connecting with your social group, the people you work with, the peers and the team that you're part of. You're definitely very much interested in connecting with them. So Aquarius, use the Scorpio new moon energy to dig a little bit deeper within yourself to achieve the career aspiration that you have, and to renew and refresh and see things a bit differently in your career, how you can project yourself, your own visibility, your own brand image. Maybe you can redo your website if that's what you have, or anything, your whatever public platform that you're on, maybe you can refresh that and project yourself differently. So this is going to definitely help you really grow and move up the career ladder. And if there is something that holding you back in terms of your family and home environment, it's just a good idea to balance it out, and then you will be able to move up that career ladder and aspiration, achieve those accomplishments that you want to achieve in a more balanced way. So Aquarius, definitely is a great time to focus on your career and any aspiration that you have, and you will definitely be successful in times to come in whatever goals that you set around this time, Aquarius. Pisces, for you, the Scorpio new moon occurs in your 9th house. Now, 9th house is a house of exploring, expanding your mind. It's a house of bigger picture. It's a house where you do things that you have not done before, really going out and exploring new territories. And it can be through travel or learning, meeting new people, opening up your mind, looking at different perspective. It's also the house of philosophy and belief system, and what message you have, what purpose you have in life. So all these is 9th house matter. Now, new moon in your ninth house is a fantastic opportunity to take new direction, explore new territories, take up new opportunities, things you have not done before, connect with people with different perspective, different cultural background, travel, learn, educate yourself. It's also a great time to publish. If you are a writer, it's a great time to publish your thoughts, or even online. It doesn't need to be a published book. Can also be an online, maybe start a blog or something and write your thoughts down, share it with the world. So that's what you can do during this new moon in Scorpio Pisces. Now, Uranus is in opposition to this new moon in Scorpio, and Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. So opposite to ninth house is the third house. Now, third house is the house of communication, of sharing ideas, your local community, your siblings, just your close ties and a neighborhood. So Uranus here can give a bit of a disruptive energy or interrupting kind of erratic kind of energy to what you're trying to pursue. Or maybe you want to travel, or you want to learn something new, or you want to open up your mind or take up new opportunities, but you're unable to do that because of something that's holding you back in your within your close ties or your neighborhood. Maybe your communication style is a bit erratic during this time, and you're not thinking what you are speaking, and maybe that is holding you back from taking up these new opportunity or understanding different perspective, because third house is also about your own personal opinion. It's your own mindset. So make sure your own opinion or limited opinion is not holding you back from taking up these new opportunities, that will really open you up your mind and will give you a new sense of purpose during this time, Pisces. Now, Mars is also conjunct this new moon, so Mars will be in your ninth house as well. So you will definitely be very enthusiastic and driven to take up these new opportunity that opens up your mind and changes your philosophy and really expands your mind and horizon and perspective, and really opens you up to new things. Maybe you want to take up a new course, learn new things, new philosophies, and these things are definitely there, and it will be a great time to really take up these opportunities and really bring a kind of a new sense of purpose in your life, Pisces. Now, Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius. That will be in your 10th house, and it's towards the end of Sagittarius. So you are definitely coming across very appealing to the public that you're projecting yourself. So if you have an audience and if you are trying to put yourself out there in terms of your public image and career matters, you must be definitely coming across very appealing, attractive, and people must be really being inspired by you to just watching you. So definitely great time for career growth as well. So keep an open mind and explore new territories, and all this will definitely help you explore and reinvent yourself, project yourself differently, especially in terms of your career matters and how you want the world to see you. So it's the public image, so it's definitely great time to do that. So balance your ninth house and third house, which is your need to explore and go out and travel and learn, with your third house, which is your house of siblings, your close ties that can have a kind of limiting and holding back effect. So find a balance and really explore, and you really make sure, be mindful that your communication style is not disruptive or erratic and is not hindering your need to explore and go out and understand different perspective basically, and really bring more meaning to your life and philosophies, Pisces. Thank you for watching my Scorpio new moon video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can use the information, to live consciously, make good decisions, make useful decisions that can really set you on the path, whatever your destiny is, set you on that path, and have fun. Thank you very much.